crush my soul. Oh my God, I need some truth. I just need some time to heal. Lord, and show me what is real. I just need some time to fly. Only thing that's on my mind. Came too far, I can't quit now. All my family hold me down. Kept the truth inside the music. Look at where it got me down. I've been solving my problems. I talk to God, I've been honest. A righteous man provide honor. Now look at all that I started, yeah.
And I like to welcome you to the world's greatest podcast in the world. Yeah. And that's how you finish in the Hazie Basement.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going out with a bang tonight, you guys. The last time we'll be here. It's the last time you'll see this place.
Right.
And maybe we'll come back every now and then. But who knows? But we're moving. And this is where we're gonna end it at. On the road to 200. The 200th live episode is happening. It is going down. It is a thing. More information will be revealed soon. But it's happening.
Actually, information is going to be released the same day this comes out.
All right.
Okay.
So there will be a lot of
the new information was just released, guys.
So
just now.
This is all be out there. You see what's going on here? People's energy is super high.
Yeah. Just came out, man.
Look at that.
So we'll be doing that, and we need you all be there.
Please
buy your tickets; they're available now.
Get your tickets; they'll be here. We just need you there
right now.
I promise you. I promise you, the experience will be a lovely experience. It'll be fun. It'll be interactive. It'll be interesting.
Wow.
If you've ever listened to the podcast or heard of anything about it, it will be all of that. So, like he said, get your tickets, come through. It'll be a great time. So, with all that being said, 196 Brothers.
Yeah.
Final time in the basement.
We're here.
Memories. Let's start with memories. Are there anything that you remember or just... you can kind of think of about this basement that, or up to 196 that kind of like sticks with you?
A lot of liquor.
That's okay. That's one.
A lot of liquor, a lot of banter, a lot of arguments, a lot of...
Arguments? You think arguments?
We have definitely had some arguments.
Yeah.
A lot? You think arguments is a fair word?
No.
I like banter.
Tussle.
Relax.
A lot of tussles.
Calm down. It's not just...
I know how you boys like to tussle. Okay.
Now we come to fisticuffs.
Yeah.
That would be
some disagreements. Right?
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
We all circle back to the end point eventually. And that's what this shit is for,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. This isn't a lot, bro. I look back at the shit today. I guess we started being here full time, like episode 10 or some shit. Which is crazy. Cause I was just looking at it, I was just like, we started in your basement.
Yes.
I was looking at episode 8. It was fucking Weekend at P's. Definitely in this nigga's house doing that shit. Did it at Katie's house.
Did it at my shorty's house.
Yeah,
her apartment.
Yeah.
And I think at 10 we just locked in here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was 2017.
So 100 and let's say 80 episodes?
Yeah. Right.
180 episodes or so because we've done a few on the road. Went to Miami.
Philly.
Went to Philly. We did did the New York circuit.
We've been all around Lakeland. Carter store.
We did with Leslie E. Shout out to Leslie. She's been doing a lot of good work recently. Just the community. So big shout outs to her.
Mic.
Yeah.
And a laptop. To mismatch mics.
Right.
So now here we are. Uniformity and shit. No cameras.
2 cameras
No
and
lights.
and lights.
You know? Niggas done came away. We ain't done yet. What Marcus Beasley said.
Mm.
We ain't done
I said we ain't done yet.
We ain't done yet. But no, that's basically, you know. As I said, I might cry.
You might cry. I love it. I hope.
Some people were sad that we
Once
say
this
this is
people
last
go,
jump.
yeah, but like, no, niggas thought
How
it
does
was
that
done.
make you feel
What?
when like that notion that people were maybe
Like people were definitely concerned.
It seems like they were just misguided by what was going on. Cause niggas thought we was done.
But
Yeah.
what if it? But like, because I think once things present themselves, you got to take that into account, right? So
Whether they thought we were like, for me to answer your
Okay.
question, like whether they thought we were done or like what was next, it was just like, oh shit, like y'all actually care, and that's business. And I feel like that's what like me personally, that's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers and all that, the money and all that, like that's gonna come inshallah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we gonna continue to do what we do, like the business and all that shit. So we never like I said, we never really had a bad day when we got to get down and get doing business. So you know what I'm saying? So like, but that's really what I do it for personally. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact it was just like, oh shit, like what gives? Like what's next? And it's just like, oh shit, like y'all really paying attention? Like y'all
Moving
care?
down the street.
Yeah, dead ass. Like we just moved down the street, different format, different aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like
a
little bit better.
a little bit more freedom,
for sure. And
a little
niggas
more liberty to do some things.
you know what I'm saying? Like niggas gonna be doing us, so and there's gonna be us in our full capacity, and it's just like all the momentum that's been coming with us in the last year and a half. Like we've been building up to this point, so like I'm excited, and then like the fact that we got the fans and everybody else like behind us and all that, it's just like oh all right, bet like I've been locked in, but now it's just like all right, bet let's do it.
I love that. So, Mr. I might shed a tear. Nah, I just say that it's funny because I mean, this basement, I think, at least for me, it's been central to growth. You know, just how like, Amira in the live before we got on this, she said like, talk about that transition you make from 25 to 30, or like that like those transitions in life. And I forget who I was talking to the other day, but we were talking about like when are you actually an adult? Might have been with the speech club, and it was like, 25 is like the point where nobody is kind of making excuses for your behavior anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like as I get closer to 30, it makes me realize that like even that in between 25 and 30, you learn a lot, you grow a lot, you see the world like, and I think in a different frame than you did at that point. And I mean, I know somebody who's like 40, 50, 60 who may see this and go say, what are you talking about? You're going to be doing that your whole life. So I guess I get that. But I definitely think there's something about being these certain ages, like 20, 18, 21, 25, 30. While I don't really fuck with that idea that like you should be putting sort of time frames and accomplishments on those ages, I do see them as markers for people, a lot of demarcations as far as whatever you think adulthood or childhood, kind of where it starts, ends, begins, all that good shit. But yeah, so no, I definitely think that growth is something very interesting to see, and I think it's been interesting to be here, like you said, for all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This has been kind of home base for all those things. So going back and forth to New York, one consistent was we gonna come to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter what, we gonna end up here.
Yeah.
Gonna end up seeing people here. Gonna end up like you said, gonna end up talking about things here, doing things here that just maybe wouldn't do everywhere else. So this is like you said, it's very sentimental in that, at least for me in that way, because I feel as though kind of how KD's deck for a lot of at least my adolescence was kind of a central place. literally like my front yard.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like my driveway.
Yeah.
Like those kind of places were central to my adolescence. And this place has been kind of central to like my young adulthood, or I guess like my transition into, I guess, full adulthood. This basement has been kind of essential to be, you know, like, you know, that place where like I've thought out things. I've said, oh wow, do I feel, do I care, do I, you know, all those different emotions. And so yeah, it's definitely sentimental in that aspect. And then like you said, the podcast as well, like it's grown. Like we're going from a thing where like we literally just talk to the three of us for years, like a couple of years, just, and now we get people to come. We had somebody come from Florida one time.
Yeah.
Pull up and say, hey, you know,
During the pandemic.
I'm trying to see what y'all, you know, like what's going on with y'all. So it's definitely been refreshing in that way, to see people like want to be part of this with us. Like people like, yo, you know, we try to come, you know, we try to come see y'all before we do something. Like that's a dope feeling in itself.
Yeah. Well, kill.
Sorry, you guys, we had a Duce break.
Mm-hmm.
I know these guys don't like shouting people out, but you know, shout out to Jigga, right?
I don't have no problem with showing people out.
I'm not really the biggest fan of celebs, but like, I fuck with when niggas got some shit that I'm gonna use. Like, if you got something tangible, I don't fuck with you. Duce, Jigga got Duce. I fuck with it.
I'm currently smoking Louis LG, so I'm just going to
I like to drink alcohol. How do you know when you're alcoholic versus when you just like to drink a lot?
I honestly don't know.
I'm always trying to decide that very thin line for myself.
All right.
Just being honest.
This is not the conversation.
There was a point last year where I was going crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Just drinking.
That's what I'm saying.
Just flat out.
During the pandemic, man.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
Just got the job. I was going crazy. Like, working endless hours. I was like, fuck it, baby. Like, shit, I'm going out, man. I'm treating myself. You know what I'm saying? Going wild. And I was just like, am I developing a habit? Because sometimes you be like, all right, I'm going out for food and a drink. And then I went for food and 2 drinks, and then food just happened to just escape the plan.
No, just drinking.
We're just drinking, baby. We're just, you know what I'm saying? If there's fun to be had, we're having it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's my favorite mantra of all the mantras.
Yeah.
If there's fun to be had, I'm having it. Is the best of all the mantras.
That's the one.
And I think that's why I think I might be not an alcoholic, but I can teeter.
Step on, guy.
Well, I think you need you gotta acknowledge you gotta acknowledge bad habits. You know me.
I clearly said this is not a conversation for me. Like I know where I lie in this
I'm not one
spectrum of
but yeah, I got
definitely leaning heavily to nigga. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta ask yourself these questions. See, that's the thing.
You gotta accept it. You just gotta ask. You be like, you know what?
Nah, you gotta ask yourself because the thing about it is that you could actually not be, and you just could have like.
And that's what I was saying. Like
deeper issues.
Because I got to a point last year where I was just like, I'm not.
What's hurting? What's ailing me?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Sometimes like
that's when I start going home at a certain point.
When I get in a funk. You know, sometimes when you get in a funk, sometimes people drink. Sometimes when you get like depressed, sometimes people drink. When you get a little stressed or hurt, you drink more. So you got to realize maybe it's the funk more so the function of me being this.
I do enjoy good whiskey though.
But then sometimes you just be like, yo, I be needing it and I'm a little drunky drunk. And that's okay. Like, you know, like I might be a little weedaholic. Like whatever the word is for that.
Oh yeah.
That could be me.
If you're gonna talk about don't bring that up.
So you know what I'm saying?
That shit.
So you know, like that's so like there's no denying whatever that thing is for that.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
So I'm not about to.
Everyone has their own vice.
So that's what I'm saying.
Using my bag.
But I just don't know if it's like.
Why do you ask that though, Charles? Why do you bring that up?
Well, because the thing is that like I think you have to ask yourself all these things when you're doing stuff. So like. When you getting turned all the time, like I've been thinking to myself, all right, what is gonna change in my life once I get married? probably some of the things is like just like excess drinking. Like I'm not just gonna be getting drunk to the point where I'm just going to be like mixing so many liquors where I'm just earling and just having that be part of the routine.
Are we sure?
Well, that's the whole point. Like that's the
thought.
that's the hopeful and expected growth on behalf of myself. So with that being said, one has to ask themselves. One has to ask themselves, how do you get here, or are you there, or where do you lie on the spectrum?
I got since we're here, right?
Yeah, since we're here. I love it.
Deterring from, or not deterring, but just getting away from the alcohol question. What else do you think is going to change in your marriage, guys? Since you brought that up, you know what I mean?
I think.
Is this a conversation for this?
Who knows? So excessive drinking, one.
Yeah, I think maybe going out on a whim.
Okay.
Like I feel as though like how exactly we live is like I don't think people believe it, but I truly don't think people understand that it really be awesome. Like, oh, so like
this is what we're doing.
Like literally, like what time is it right now?
8:45.
It's 8:45.
Yeah.
I have no real agenda. Like there's things in my mind that we could potentially do.
We're definitely going out tonight.
And even that,
what is
like,
going to happen?
What does that entail? Going out?
I don't know.
Like if we end up going down the street somewhere, I would not be surprised because of the factors that, and you know what I'm saying? Because of how bro, you know how we rock, bro. To get from here to the city at this point after all the, it's not what in our vibes. Like if we were going to the city, we would have already kind of been there and already would have already kind of been planning to be there.
For this, I would agree.
Yes, but also with that, we wouldn't probably have been getting this sauce already because we would have been like, yo, we're going there. Like, anytime we really do, how many times do we pregame to, like, go to the city? No, we just go to the city and get fucked up there. That's what we do now. Like, tell me the last time we have consciously been like, yo, we better get fucked up and then go. No, we don't do that. Like, how old are we? We're not children. So, with that being said, like, it's just a different dynamic. Like, we're already torched. Like to go to the city right now is really awesome. Like, all right, we're really making this a thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and we, it's not that we, but it's not that we haven't. But
I'm just being
to me, once again, it's a spectrum. 21 happens no matter what.
But I've been drinking straight whiskey tonight though.
23, 24, 25. Every once in a blue moon, somebody is like, nah, I'm
eating heavily.
Now, it could be 50-50. You could really just see it where, like, niggas is like, nah, I ain't doing it. I ain't fucking with it.
We was just talking about that. I said I was going, like, it was a point in time last year. Like, I was drinking crazy, going out, doing all that, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm just like, nah, I'm going home.
I was literally hanging outside of cars. Niggas said I can't do that anymore. That's one thing I will keep doing.
Niggas? And let's be honest.
That's one thing I will keep doing.
What the fuck?
I will keep doing it.
Bro. I have baby on board stickers on my car. You shouldn't be hanging out of that type of vehicle. What are you doing?
But you don't got that no more.
I got a new one.
It has the stickers?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But it's got 4 doors though, Trent.
Even better. Here's the thing about hanging outside of cars. You're only going to be able to do it so many times, so you have to do it when you do it.
We had a great summer. And it was just like a month and a half. It was literally like 6 weeks.
No, it was literally, it was a full 8. It was a full 8. I was thinking about this like 2 weeks. I was thinking about this like 2 weeks ago. I was like, nah,
What was wrong with this? Literally, Thursday through Saturday.
Sometimes Wednesday.
I mean, low key, here's what it was.
I know what I was going through. Right?
Yeah, we talked about this.
I know what I was
like,
going
damn,
through.
what the fuck?
Now, for me personally, it was just like I hadn't been around y'all in that capacity for a long
You just
time.
moved home.
Yeah, so I had just been home. But like, you gotta remember, like at least for me,
Had a ball.
it started at least in retrospect. Let's think about it.
Hey,
We go to Philly for my birthday.
nigga.
ball.
That was this year or last year.
We'll go to Philly for my birthday. That's to me. That's the kickoff of all the nonsense. Cause that's the same weekend we randomly go to AC.
Yeah.
You for the day. We just like boom. When we come back, you do the God bless you on
Good time.
the joint.
Hey.
So then boom. Then we come. Then we get back home.
That was a good weekend.
Then we get back home.
I'm just thinking about that.
Then we get back home, right? We get back home, and then for me,
That's when we went to Hookah Lounge and all that. Right?
all that shit.
Yeah, wow.
But then you know, so you know what happened? Then I went to Mexico,
We had the rooftop
and I went to
deck joint
Playa.
at the Airbnb.
Oh, you was wild now.
Yeah, he was
Bro.
crazy.
And when I went to Playa, at least for me, it was like, oh yeah, different.
Yeah.
Different. And then I came back, I was like, yo, I'm not stopping. Like low key, all the Playa energy, just for me, personally, just went throughout the summer. I was like, I'm taking Playa with me everywhere. Literally, I was in a foreign country.
So we were living your dreams for 8 weeks.
No, we were living our dreams.
I was definitely.
I was about to say, like, I don't know how much it was buying everybody. Like,
Oh, no.
after I came back from Playa, I was like, bro.
Son, that one night on your shoot when I left y'all and went to Law Society and then
Bro.
y'all just kept going.
But we seen you.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
literally watched you do it.
seen
Like, but here's the thing. Once I left Playa and
That's
I was
when
like,
knew I was just like,
we came back and we did the episode, and y'all niggas was like, bro, you was in a, like you said you was in a car. I was like, I had to think back. I was like, bro, I was really out somewhere in a country where I didn't know,
any languages.
just out here vibing in cars, like
Going places though.
anything could have happened.
Successfully.
Anything could have happened,
Made it.
but I made it, and I was like,
Alhamdulillah.
that is the energy I'm going to carry with me for the rest of the summer.
It's crazy.
So listen, hanging
always made it home.
out of cars is the bare minimum at
Was
this
it
point.
June, July, or was it late May-ish to early July-ish?
June to like August.
It was like June to August, bro. Yes, it was. It was like the beginning of August was when it ended.
Yes. Wallahi.
Like literally, that's when.
I was born on the 5th of August. I know good and damn well I wasn't wilding.
No,
The week prior. I know I was wilding, but the week prior.
Yes.
bro, I don't know. Listen,
know if
we'll talk more
week,
off wax
right?
about
Yeah,
the
facts.
totality
Probably
of all
was.
of that. Yes.
I'm
The
understanding.
totality of all of that, but yes, bro, you gotta understand.
Because I
Like,
can tell you when I
bro,
lost.
there was so
I
much.
can tell you when I lost my phone.
Ooh,
Lost.
Hey, we can talk about that off the jump. But yeah, I lost my phone.
hey, there's a lot going on here.
Long summer, man. It was great.
Hey man, I fell asleep on the train. Crackhead got me. Fuck it.
Long summer is an understatement. At least
August definitely understanding.
because
I was battling the.
there
I had
were
another one fixed like 8 hours later.
there
I
were
had a
nights
brand new
where
phone.
like I feel as though we would just be literally in DC from 3 p.m. to like 2 a.m.
Bruh.
Like ridiculously
It
like.
was still work from home life for me, so I wasn't even in.
That shit
Bro.
used to be crazy.
No, sometimes niggas would meet.
Yes.
That is for happy hours or whatever at like 3, 4.
4:30, 4:45.
Bro, okay, and just stay out that bitch until like 2 o'clock, bro.
Just
the
jumping
random
around
Brooklyn
through the city.
nights. Also, Brooklyn is not that good of a spot.
Charles, we really about to do that?
Yeah, like I really have to say that. Like of all the places that like
That's the spot we went into that one time for like 10, 15, and it was
literally
very
walking the
bad.
joint and we're like,
It was terrible. It was a
Oh
bad
my
scene.
God.
Everybody was just standing. It was
everyone was just looking at each
prototypical,
other,
like, stand
like
around.
everyone just looking at each other. I was just like,
Couldn't
wow.
get a drink. Just like,
They ain't had no beer in that joint, so I might have to diss them.
what are we doing here?
You know what place I went to and I was pleasantly surprised? Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
The time we went to Cloak and Dagger, I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's a spot.
this is a good vibe. Like,
Yeah.
here's my thing. If the vibe is good, the vibe is good. Like, I don't really have to like who's doing it. Time I went to St. X. Good vibe. Like, I ain't been to St. X. The time I went to with Bab, it was super lit.
The lead up was crazy too. What you
It was
just
super
said.
lit. Was super lit. The second time I
It
went,
was so crazy.
not as lit, but once again, good vibes. That's when we had the food. After we went to a little Jamaican joint.
Yeah, I mean
Good, bro,
that sandwich was
good
crazy
fucking
when I got
vibes.
home.
Me personally, I'm not gonna lie. If I ain't feeling it, I ain't feeling it. That Brooklyn shit was not feeling it. And I went there multiple times this summer. Just to be like, because I don't want to be like, oh, nah, I went there like a few times.
It's me, not you.
Bro, listen.
Nah, it's definitely you, not
That's
me.
why anytime I say I don't
Wow,
like
that
something, I be like, I really want people to know that I promise you, I did my due diligence.
Facts. I tried my best.
I didn't just hate this because I could hate this because I really could just hate something. Even when I hate something, I think I give it even more of a reason to be like, I'm going with an open mind after I have decided I hated something.
I'm gonna try again.
And then I'll be like,
After I
no.
decided I fully hate
And
this shit.
sometimes I'll be like, wow, you know what, Charles? You were bad vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I am bad vibes. Very, very, very rare. Very rare. Like, I'd say,
Seldom.
Nah, Brooklyn was bad.
like, but they be like, so like 25% of the time. But most of the time, I'm pretty good vibes. So, like, once I have decided you're bad vibes, please believe me, it's bad vibes. Not saying it's bad vibes for you, but trust me, it's bad vibes. Believe in me, kids. I promise you. Where else? Victory is good. I have no issue with Victory.
I love their bartenders.
I have no issue with Mirror. Mirror is really nice. To be honest, I like Mirror.
I like their bartenders as well.
Why are you cheesing like that? Jesus Christ. These niggas have to relax.
That's your love, baby.
Where else?
Like, no.
Hey, I fuck with Creole. I went to Creole on
Like,
14.
nah, let's focus. Nah, Creole.
Let's focus. You see?
Nah, Creole's definitely. Right. I ain't even set it up like that. I ain't even set it up like that. But I was trying to think about it. I was trying to think
I
about
got
it.
that reference. I got that reference. I got that reference. So now let's talk about focus. Now let's talk about focus.
Bartender scam, man.
So here's the thing about focus.
as well.
You're crying. That's how I know you're having a good time. So let's talk about
I
focus.
did that on accident. I really did it on
Focus
accident.
is a double-edged sword because it is also a horrible
empty,
place
huh?
and a good place.
I'm team kind of horrible place. I'm not gonna lie.
It's both a horrible and a good place. Here's the reason. Let me tell you why. They have a plethora of bartenders who are good vibes
Very.
and who look out and
Who
who
we
do
talking
their
about?
thing. Focus.
Oh, yeah,
Aesthetics
sure.
are nice
Totally.
in there. Several floors.
But
I'm pretty sure the
obviously,
rooftop is
there's
gonna open
people
up this
in
year.
there
I
who
can't
work
wait for the
there
summertime and
who
focus.
are just bad fucking
Hey,
vibes.
Slim, we roll
Mostly men.
Yeah.
Why men are just bad vibes? I don't know. Like, I feel bad for my gender sometimes, but it is what it is.
Man, we rolled past today, man. They looked like they was having a ball down
They
there,
look there.
motherfucker.
I'll give them that.
Listen,
Good
I
answer.
don't say it's not a. Listen, they have their times, and I be riding
Really
times.
bad.
There are times when they be
So
dead
it
as
was-
fuck.
it
So
was-
like,
no, for sure.
it's a hit or
But
miss type.
sometimes we'll leave and that joint will be.
It's a hit or miss type of
Going
vibe.
crazy.
Also, my mans keep telling me I need to fuck with him at Barcode, like tonight. 'Cause
He said it tonight.
In 2022,
No, he did that.
he said that's the
On his
vibe.
way out, he was like, bro, y'all should come fuck with Barcode tonight. Y'all can smoke in that joint
Yes,
and all
you
that.
can. Nigga, I smoked a cigar in that joint.
So I
That's a
could
little
fuck with the
crazy.
Barcode. I ain't been to Barcode
Yeah,
since
that's
like
lawless.
2015.
This in Montana? Niggas smoking cigars in the
Buddy,
joint.
they didn't say I couldn't, and I was just like, all right, bro. Like, it was my birthday, bro. It was like 23 or something.
That's
shit.
Where else do I have for you?
That's
I ain't been
even
on Law
worse.
Society in forever, but Law Society is always chill.
Never was a fan.
Of Law Society?
I liked our January,
It's small, but I fuck with it.
July 3rd vibe.
It's two
Oh,
floors
yeah.
randomly though.
Yeah, for sure.
But the second floor, the first floor don't ever be open. The rooftop joint always be open when I go.
I don't think it's a bad spot. It's just like
I never said it was a bad spot. I love it.
no, I didn't say you did. I'm just saying we're just talking about the spots, and I have deemed one bad spot bad. Brooklyn, yes, I have no problem putting that on
All
wax.
society triggers it. I don't like it.
I think I like it, but I just think it's like because I went to Decades and I felt like I was in Law Society, and I was just like,
I've never been to Decade.
yeah, I went there right by Rose Bar.
It's
So
a new spot over there.
So I went there and I was just like, shout out to my
What are you
girl.
talking about?
Shout out to my girl, my man.
Yeah.
Went there for her birthday, and I was in that joint, and I was just
I
like,
told niggas I'm not sure, but now I'm sure. I can't do that. No.
so I like that. I think Decades reminded me of Law Society, and I think I liked my time at Decades, and I realized Law Society isn't that bad.
Okay.
So I think that's what happened.
You like those bars down there? What's that, Connecticut Ave?
I love that. You know that's my spot, my side of town.
Those kind of establishments.
Like Manhattan.
Nah, like
I miss
the
out in the
Rose
world.
bars of the
Oh,
world.
I've only been in like Rose Bar once, and Rose Bar isn't a bad vibe,
Those hills was cool.
but it's so like congested.
Yeah, it's just like
So it's just like It's like everyone's on top of each other, and that's not cute. Not at all.
It's not cute. It's upsetting you and your homegirls.
It's really upsetting me and my homeboys. Some of my homegirls too, but most of me and my homeboys, it's just like it's really hot in here, and we're really on top of each other.
For sure.
Not really the greatest of vibes.
Niggas get professional over here, champagne popping.
That was the best I've ever done.
196 vibes are great.
Yeah, the best one
I'm trying to think of whatever, because this is the thing about DC nightlife. I don't think DC nightlife is bad.
Hey man, I don't know where I'm gonna tell y'all to go, and y'all see me there next week when my episode comes out. You'll see me right in there.
No mads. I don't think DC nightlife is bad. I just think DC nightlife is very particular. Let me finish this first. DC nightlife is very particular.
I mean, I feel like you can get whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Do you?
Depending on what you want. Like if you
that's my point.
If you want some loud rah shit, there's endless places where you can get that. If you want to chill, you can find that. You know
what I want though, or where I think I swear we need to go. We need to go to the place wherever they're having these raves on New York Ave. Wherever that shit is by Aqua.
Across the street from Aqua, yeah.
Someone tell me.
I thought that was a motherfucking like power plant.
I will be
metro
in there
jump,
very soon. I need to experience that. I need to experience
that shit is lit, bro.
Here's the thing about partying. Like, partying is only fun, I think, if you know what type of partying there is to be done.
Nigga, give me some shrooms,
so I think
some gas, take me to a rave, nigga.
If you only go to the same type of parties, how can you ever... Like I haven't been to a good house party in the longest.
Wow, house parties are the thing.
That's my point. Because niggas is too cool.
We used to throw some nice house parties.
No, I just think niggas is too cool. I don't think about being too old because niggas will still go spend that money in the club. Mm-hmm. So it's not about being too old.
I think it's going back niggas at their house.
To a nigga house
that's
party.
True.
Like I think that's what it is.
I think that's
parties at the younger ages, nigga. We were just being degenerates in our parents' homes.
But anytime I go out of town, though, no funny shit. There's always
party.
Is it a beer?
On everything. Where's Talib? Talib is upstairs. I wish he would come down here. The shit we went to.
I'm gonna say a few times I went to New York.
At Coral Gables, that house, like.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing it.
Bro. When I tell you,
house or it's like a nigga renting that.
No matter what, like niggas ain't got the funds to do.
If you're renting it, that's way more expensive.
The same money that you're gonna spend on a club to
somebody break some shit and rent it, jump.
These niggas are out here spending $1,500 to sit in a packed club, bro. If you and your homies did that, now once again the liability is a little bit more. So I get it. Like there's more incentive to just go spend that money elsewhere. But bro, if y'all niggas as cool as y'all think, and y'all got as many bitches as y'all swear y'all do, rent out the spot and tell the shawties to pull up.
Throw a house party.
Buy some liquor. Now we partying.
Tell the bitches that you know, to invite the people that they know and the bitches they know. Tell them let that shit lit. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas be scary too, though.
Yeah, facts.
Why are you laughing?
No, really bad.
No. Okay.
What do you consider the cookouts we did at the house party?
Yeah.
Or was that a cookout?
Nonetheless, like, where's that? Like, it's the same type of vibe.
Niggas will throw the cookouts.
But do niggas actually be like, all right? So the niggas who did like the big ass cookout, I like a Good Life joint. Like I respect that. Like that's a vibe that I could be like, okay, that's respectable. Like that's the type of shit that I could be like, all right.
Liquor, so fuck them.
What they give the tickets for the liquor? Well, that's the thing. Like, my thing is that like everybody's not throwing parties for vibes. Some people are throwing parties for money. So I can I'm just talking about the concept. I'm not gonna talk about like how they did it. The actual concept within themselves. Yeah, I fucks with it. Like that in themselves. Like that. That's what I. That's a good point. That's a good one. As like, all right, yeah, niggas is doing something like. So I fucks with that. More of that for sure. Now, would I tweak some of the? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that's just me. Like that's just my preference. Yeah. So
that's
I don't
a business measure, not personal.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they're like. And once again, I will never knock another man's hustle. Like if that's how they what they felt that was the best thing for their business. Yeah, hey, go for it. But I would also be like if I thought it was whack, and I didn't think that was whack. That was cool.
Had a good time.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Like the whole thing in itself was a good time.
I got in trouble over that cookout. Had a ball.
So my thing is like, yo, would I maybe have been like, yo, could we have changed maybe some of the aesthetics and things? Yeah, of course. But that's just me being a nitpicker of how I would like something done.
I just had a nasty revelation, but I'm not getting that shit off.
Yeah,
Get that shit off in the private. You know what I'm saying? Have some cooch.
Yeah.
That's what I like. Having more cooch.
I don't want to get it off.
I mean, please don't get it off.
Not that bad, but I think it doesn't need to be gotten off.
Well, that's the thing about getting shit off.
I've been doing better lately.
It's not about if it's bad or not. It's about whether it's necessary.
Yeah.
That's the truth about life. Like, most shit isn't really bad. Most of the shit that niggas be getting upset about, it don't be lies. It just be like, why did you say
bad?
Why did you say that when you said it or how you said it? So it's just like,
It's better not to say anything.
and it's better. Well, it's better to always think through everything you're going to say. If you're gonna think through it, then say that shit. But a lot of us, myself included, we be getting caught up in the moment. We be feeling ourselves. We be feeling whatever conversations at hand.
And don't be drinking.
Don't just be. Just don't let your blood rate get a high, and then niggas be saying stuff. My thing is that, like, yo, take a step back, take 2 seconds.
I'm happy about that.
Yes. Yes, nigga.
I mean, yes, the drinking definitely gets it a little looser for sure. I don't think that's any
Yeah, I'm just let
denying.
it fly.
But I think it's like, yo, taking a step back, bro, in everything, bro. Take a fucking step back.
You know what? I got to step back.
Yes, you do, bro.
Buddy, that was me on the shoulder. That's just
That be the niggas' issues, bro.
Hey,
Niggas,
man.
niggas think that
man.
taking a step back is some issue. No, bro. Take 10, bro, gathering thoughts.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just happy to be here, man. People told me they ain't seen me on the episode in a while, man. I'm just happy to be here right now.
You got on a pink leather hat.
Yeah,
I did it for that.
Wow, for
They ain't seen
that.
me in a while.
Somebody said it.
MC about that's it. Nothing crazy.
Nothing
Just
crazy.
a hat. Yeah.
That's what they say.
Happy to be here. It's a good day, man.
You alright, Starburst.
That's a good one.
You look like a starburst. That's fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Had to give it up. Had to give it up to it.
How did you feel when he made that the joke about short people, about like the video with Gunna and Young Thug? Was that a good one?
No, I didn't. No, hold on. First of all, I said I wasn't trying to go off the hype. I said I don't know who.
So here's the thing, right? If you weren't, you wouldn't even have said it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't even have said it.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
It was there. It was underlined.
But it's just like, bro, like, all right, like if we
I felt it. I felt it. You know what I mean?
It's like, because
I felt the jab.
couldn't go off complexion.
jab
Because
wasn't
it's two
there.
light skinned niggas and then it's a dark skinned
There's a lot
nigga.
going on.
Couldn't
So,
go off
you
complexion.
could- then you
And so
said,
I
you
was
know.
automatically my next one.
But it wasn't.
And I was just like, don't want to go off hype, bro. Like, so I don't know who is who. I was honest as shit though. I was like, I don't know who's who, but I don't, cause I don't want to go off hype. Like,
This is a very
It's really nice.
this is like a very particular memory. We were in I want to say either your car, your Buick,
Lord,
and
I didn't think back that far.
we were leaving College Park,
oh wow,
and you're in the
really
car,
taking it back.
and somebody was like, "Yo, you're 5'2", and you got so upset. Like, I have never seen you.
I don't recall.
Oh my god, it was one of the funniest things. Like, you almost kicked niggas out your car. He's like, bro, get out, get out.
I mean, I'm a man first. Father of multiple.
Hey, sir.
And now we're still talking about my height.
You off your LeBron.
For sure.
I'm a father. Like, what? What is that?
I'm a
No,
man
hold
first.
on. I gotta stamp something. When people say stuff like that, like, oh, I could never do that because I'm a this, it's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, the fact that you're a father or you're a mother.
More underlining
Like, Serena
respect.
Williams was like, yo, I'm a mother, why would I lie? Like, huh? Like,
I don't
like people, mothers don't
I
be
don't like that one.
But you should get that off.
I don't like
Oh,
that
she was
one.
talking to like one of the umpires.
But you
she
can
was
say-
like,
Oh, that
I'm a
shit.
Yeah, she was like,
She was wild.
She was
I
like,
felt
I'm a
it, though.
mother. Why would I lie? I was like, huh? Like,
understand.
what does that have to be? Well, like when LeBron said, I'm a father, she'll be like,
Felt that much.
like, what, like what's again?
But you feel I'm a father.
As a father, I know.
Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm a father. Huh?
Sexism.
Don't be a father. Go take care of your kids. How would you take care of your kids and you don't be here? Like, how about that?
Wow.
Like, leave me alone. Nah,
I'm a father was just like, all right, I'm a man. That's what
say that then. We're all men.
It was given, I'm a man, right? Now I'm a mother to the lying. I don't see the correlation.
Everybody
I should tell the truth because I'm a mom. Like
everybody can have a baby.
Hey, right? But I have
it's
to
not
tell
even
the truth
about that.
because
It's
I
about
had the
that
privilege
the
to have a
idea
baby.
that like because you are this, you are somehow
So I can't call you a bitch because you're a father. Because that's
once
where
again,
that,
you're
that's
taking
where
it
that
too
LeBron
far.
shit came
You're
from.
always taking it too far.
No, I mean
That's where the LeBron shit came from.
For that, you know what I mean?
But my thing about it is more about
Like, let's get to it. Like, the
it's
actual
more about
context of
Ron is like, yo,
it's
you
more
can't
about
call me a
virtue.
bitch.
Grandma says you're a bitch. I'm a father.
Yeah.
Fuck does that have to do with
Father
anything?
3.
Are you still a bitch?
Yeah, that's what he's
Yes
saying.
or no?
Yes, exactly. Okay. My thing is your virtue isn't connected to the
And that's
idea
what
that
Draymond felt. It's just like,
Yes.
yo, does that change the fact that you are a bitch or not?
I get your point for the actual example at hand, so I won't hold you. I'm just saying the greater point of virtue in parenthood and motherhood,
No,
father.
sure.
It's
Like
like
establishing
like that doesn't make you somehow
Truthful
immune to like what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
I know there's parents who are shitty parents, or shitty
liars.
people. They are liars and are bitches, like Mookie pointed to.
Like,
So now what? Now where do we go from here?
what do we say?
Now where do we go from here? Like, get out of here. That really took me the wrong way. But continue. As a father of two.
All right, I got my. I don't know what you want me to continue for or with.
You feel LeBron, but not Serena.
That was kind of
Yeah.
sexist. That was kind of sexist.
I say sexist. I don't think it's sexist
Because it's about parenthood.
Obviously,
It's about parenthood.
So the thing about the parenthood is, right, like I said, Brown is saying I'm a father of 3, just saying, nigga, I'm a man. But her saying I'm a mother.
Yes.
In
She's saying I'm a
reference-
woman. Like, why wouldn't
In
I wouldn't
reference
lie?
to
Like,
lying, mom.
like, I'm a
lying.
grown woman.
Yeah.
I'm a mother. Like, I don't lie.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole. It's the correlation.
I love that whole spat though.
And she played an honest confession.
I love that.
And I don't think she was. And I don't think she was wrong. Like, I don't like in the actual. But then what you say, like,
dispute, I don't think she was wrong either.
like what you say, I'm a mother. It's like, come on, buddy. What does that have to
That's
do?
not
with
gonna
anything?
justify your
Like,
actions.
I about to say, that doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
That doesn't stop it. It wouldn't be.
And it doesn't change the fact that you're a father of 3, that you are a bitch or not. I'm not saying LeBron James is a bitch, but I'm just saying,
No, I get what
like,
you're
it
saying.
doesn't change the fact that he is a. It doesn't determine the fact that, like,
It wouldn't be an episode of Hazy Thoughts High Coast, the podcast, where we didn't talk about politics.
what we got to talk about, y'all?
I'm gonna skim over this. We're not gonna deep dive because
You better not
the
talk about that
vibes were fun.
Ukraine shit.
Of course, it's what's going on. So I was looking at some old tweets I had,
All right, son.
and I was like, "Wow, Ukraine been at it since like 2014.
8 years, bro.
Like they've really been going through it.
8
Like I got a
years,
tweet from February of 2014.
Yes.
Talking about like, yo, it's getting crazy
Crazy
in
in
Ukraine.
Ukraine, yes.
So it's like it's really wild to
And
just.
militias in Ukraine. And,
That's what I'm
and
saying. Like,
motherfucking-
yeah,
and Russia
the separatists, the separatist
They have
movement.
not
Very
fucked
crazy.
with them.
But my only take about the newest shit is the shit I said on my IG, my IG story that one time. Humanity does not have
how that shit
layers,
works, bro.
So like, if you, and this is not for like, I get the because I think there's some people who making some very valid points about, like world affairs, like what NATO and other things, the Western world versus Russia. Like I get all those points. So I don't think
it's cute.
I don't think people are wrong in those actual takes. Like I think those are very astute diplomatic takes about the world in itself.
It's cute.
So I don't think those are wrong. But what I do think is very, very interesting.
Like that for everybody.
Once again, I don't think because that's not how the world works. So
Exactly.
I understand. So when people make those very valid points about, hey, there's a greater care about that because diplomacy does. So I understand all that. But what I will say is though, humanity does work like that. Humanity is not bound to government and politics.
At all.
Humanity is just, hey, do we care about people?
For sure.
And a lot of people's humanity
It's fucked up.
has been very much shown to me that it is only for
White
not
people.
just white people, but for what the United States of America tells them.
Yeah.
And that is very weird.
White
Like,
Europeans.
if the government told you to fuck with another group of people, then you would, because that's the only difference between Ukraine and whatever's going on in whatever other part of the world
Niggas
right
want to
now.
talk about Russia and their
So-
propaganda, but America has their own propaganda.
Once again, I'm not about to do which world, which imperialist superpower is the better
No,
of
I'm
the
just
two.
saying,
Like, that's not.
But that's low key what you was. In a way.
My framing is of a greater point of the world. Like,
No, for sure.
the Western world has decided that we need to sympathize with the Ukrainians.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. Why is it that they want us to sympathize with the Ukrainians? I think it's twofold. It is what you say about being white Europeans. I don't think, but even with that said, like, the most telling of the videos I seen was the dude who said, "This is a European." He's like, "I have to watch my words." And when he said he needed to watch his words, it wasn't about them being white. It was about whether or not the Ukrainians were truly Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it is a far deeper issue than
They're
just.
Slavic for real.
Once again, it is a far
They see them as Slavic.
it's a far deeper issue than just white and European.
Yes.
Because even in that side of the world,
They consider them gypsies.
those Europeans have there's a reason why we
different
talk about
skew of
Eastern
them.
Europe and Western Europe.
Yes, for sure.
Like, and there's a reason why you don't call one Western Europe. You just say Europe and Eastern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a fundamental difference in how we see Europeans. So, once again, that's not for me. That is for the Europeans to deal with.
The whites.
But I definitely think it's interesting that the humanity, and I'm talking about how people who claim to love, all people who claim to not want war anywhere, how their humanity is now all up in arms. They're ready to go to bat at every moment. But when I can point to wars going on in the Middle East, going on the continent of
America
Africa,
dropped bombs in Somalia 6 days ago, my nigga.
when I can talk about like all these things
Like,
going
you know what I'm
on
saying?
all across the world, it tells me that like your humanity isn't really
Myanmar has
for
been
people.
under a military coup for the last 2.5 years.
My greater point, Mook can go through all the atrocities around the world.
No, dead ass.
My just greater point
Sudan
is
jump started in August.
that humanity should not be
Yemen
confined
is the worst famine in
to-
humanity
to certain
right now.
people. Like
And
everyone,
American bombs are being dropped on
everyone
Yemen.
should get the humanity that we
Children
are.
are dying in
That
Yemen
we are giving
at
to
an
the
alarming
Ukrainians,
rate.
like the ones the
From starvation.
way we want to sanction Russia, and we should sanction other
Children are dying from
countries.
just not getting water.
We should
in
sanction
Yemen.
other countries
Because of American
who are
bombs.
doing other things like that.
But you want
to
me to
other
feel sad
countries.
for Ukraine.
Once again, that's
And they're
once
not.
again,
And then they want black people that are not citizens to fight for them.
there has nothing.
That happened in
Once
another
again, see,
country. I heard
that's
of,
not how.
America.
Once again, that's not how humanity works.
That's not how humanity works.
Humanity
but at the
does
same
not
time,
work.
That's how humanity is viewed.
That's not humanity works. The
At all.
Ukrainians who haven't done anything, hey,
At all.
I feel bad. But it's not.
It's a lot
not.
of Ukrainians out there stuff that are playing victim right now, and let's not act like that.
That's how the world works. So
sure.
the greater point is that
Because where those radioactive plants are getting taken over, they were the same ones going crazy 8 years ago when
The
Charles made that
greatest-
tweet when Ukraine was going crazy.
the greater point, I think, is that humanity
Like,
is an
what we talking
all-encompassing thing for all
about? Are we
people.
talking about all of it? Or?
It doesn't just work for a
just-
very
what's your
specific
argument?
type of group of people.
Exactly.
It should work for all of us. And
What
I
we
just
talking
think that is the greater issue at hand for me personally, is that our humanity should not be confined to any one particular group of people. And we should seek out humanity for
And,
all people, not just when we're told
But
by
Charles-
our government.
But Charles, the only reason I
Those
said
are my only 2 points.
the only reason I banned out the way I did because I said what I
Damn,
said.
major points I made.
It's
Right.
because of, no. It's because of the refugee factor.
That's my point about humanity. That's why.
It's because, like,
That's
you know what
my
I'm
greater
saying?
point.
Like if you
Like,
hear the way
refugee
these
doesn't mean brown people.
At
It
all.
means
But
a
it's just
person
but the
who
way
is
that you hear
fleeing
these
from their
countries
home
talking about
for
is just, oh yeah,
political
we accepting
reasoning.
Ukrainian refugees because they're not like
That is the
Middle Eastern or
that is
brown
my-
refugees
that is
that's
the
trying
hum-
to occupy our country.
that
and
is
shit.
the
It's just
humanity-
like, bro, you went in and occupied their countries.
That is the
They are at your doorstep because of what you did.
that is the humanity factor
You know what I'm
that
saying?
I speak
Like,
of.
how can you blame them?
People talk about how the liquor gets them going.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is ridiculous to me. Like, you're mad at a refugee, someone that has no place to go.
Is he?
But you pay for these bombs to be dropped on their country.
I was just focusing on humanity. I let politics to
So
humanity.
where's your sympathy for the people that you bomb?
See, I didn't even do all that. I just wanted to get politics to talk about.
Your tax dollars can pay the bomb, but your tax dollars can't house them?
I was going super hippie. Like Zoe Mama, I go hippie.
Like, get the fuck out of here,
She's
bro.
signing in the air like I'm Nixon. I'm
Like,
Nixon.
if you really gonna be a human, if you gonna displace them, take them in.
I'm just saying, I'm Nixon.
You know what I'm gonna do for the new basement?
What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna pay more attention to politics.
This nigga James.
Nah, I'm gonna pay more attention, man.
I didn't say
Again.
anything about politics. I just
Nigga, you preference your statement by saying
because
it
I
can't
started-
be a
I start-
hazy thoughts. Unless we
I
talk
started
politics.
with a very
nigga.
I started with a very general world politics.
I was the one Kirk.
I'm about to say I focused it on something
That's
very.
fine.
everything Charles
very-
said. I
very-
rebuttal
That's
to
fine.
it.
Very
All I
humane.
said is I'm gonna pay more attention.
Yeah, I didn't
But
even.
you brought it up.
Yeah, no, I didn't deny. I'm just saying that I didn't get into the depths of it.
I got into the depths.
that was
brought
your.
it up.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't deny that.
He knew what was going to happen when
I
he
just
started
wanted
talking
to
I
about
knew
make
it was
it.
happening too. I
I just
told
wanted
somebody
to-
I don't have nothing for it. Once I
I
heard
just wanted to-
politics, I went back
I
there.
just wanted to
Poured up
make a
little
great
more.
point about
That's
humanity.
just gonna sit in the back.
I think humanity should be something that we're okay talking about.
Humanity is simple,
If I
bro.
if I wanted to use relationships, I could have used that. But I just thought this was a good jumping point, and we could touch a world issue as well. You know, people like that from us.
Your rebuttal was about to be wild. All right, so yeah.
I had no rebuttal. I had no rebuttal.
Nah, Chuck is wild for that.
That's
Chuck is
nasty.
wild for
I ain't
that.
gonna put it on the people.
What, they don't like that?
That's crazy.
The rage,
Yeah.
the rage,
Yeah.
the rage.
That's what they say we do. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be right if we didn't give
Nah,
them
I'm
some
gonna pay more
rage.
attention. Honestly, I was just I was overwhelmed with the fact of knowing that the Russia and the Ukraine have just been beefing for forever, and I had no clue.
8
And
years.
they're just in a
bro.
fucking war.
8 years.
Like I look
bro.
up and there's a fucking war, and I said, "Yeah, what the fuck have I been doing?" But also, I know for a fact that I told myself, like, I don't want to care about politics. Many years ago.
I don't think it's a thing people should have to
Worldly
care
shit
about.
is different from like
No.
shit
I'm
that's going
cool
on
with the
here,
worldly
bro.
shit too.
I don't think it's any different, in my opinion.
It's just
It's not what it is.
I just look at the other side of not USA and I'm just like, yo, this should really be happening. Like, you know, niggas be
On
doing-
their home front, right?
Yeah,
like-
niggas like be chilling here, bro, but shit just be happening.
No, facts.
So I was just,
Yeah.
I've always been abreast of that. Just like, yo, shit is really happening over there, but like, this shit is crazy. Life is just crazy. But I said, fuck all that a long time ago. But I'm saying now, I think
You're
I
back. I love that for you.
I did a deep dive when I heard Ukraine shit. Once the war shit started, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should get back into it. But also, I don't have fucking time.
No, read a little. You know what? I've been banging.
Time, bro.
If there's one newsletter that I've been banging,
I've been fucking with the time.
it's the New York Times newsletter.
The Times.
I'm not a big fan of the Times overall. I think they got a little issues here and there, but
They got some mid with them.
their morning newsletter is very good.
Facts.
It's all encompassing. It will get you right of
The weekly jump nice too.
they will give you, I think, a good scope of what's going on and also enough supplementary links or information to go find out extra info on subject matters at hand. So I personally am a fan of that newsletter. Also, I think the Boston Globe has one called Fast Forward that randomly I subscribe to. I didn't realize, but I've been getting those. And I feel like that's a little bit more kind of, I don't want to say conservative skewed, but it might be more a bit conservative leaning. So that's something that
You gotta look into yourself.
I've read some of it. It's all right,
Not
but
you, Charles. I'm talking about.
oh yeah. I mean, I've read some of it. I just don't have like a full grasp because I don't read it like as much as I read the Times newsletter. But I definitely think like those are good places. And then as far as like other shit, Democracy Now, like I think for all people who are like, yo, I don't trust any of the news sources, Democracy Now, it's not that they are not biased. I just think that their bias is more skewed towards a functioning world that we could all get with. Mm-hmm. So it's not really left or right leaning. It's more so, hey,
truth, not truth.
I don't want to say even truth. It's just more so, hey, humanity.
Okay.
You know, or people, or we're doing it for the underdog. Let's do it in, like, they're not really doing it for a very particular type of group of people. They're doing it just for people in general who maybe don't have access. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a good place if you're like, yo, I don't like CNN, I don't like Fox, I don't like MSNBC, Democracy Now! Is a very decent, I think, place where you can feel as though, hey, I'm getting just balanced, or I'm just getting the news straightforward. The BBC, if you want international stuff, I think is a good place, but once again, it has a leaning. So like, if you're trying to hear about what's going on in like the rest of the world outside of the few of the UK, you're probably not going to hear about it. So
I'm Al Jazeera nigga.
Yeah, I think Al Jazeera is a very decent. Like they have Al Jazeera USA, so I mean, there's definitely things in which like Al Jazeera
UK, they got Al Jazeera Saudi,
they have definitely things they specialize in particular. So I think Al Jazeera is definitely a good one for. I think just
Miami.
I think
Reuters.
I think Reuters, if you're really like you said, if you're going to get into the depths of just like world news and politics.
You want to get in the world news. Like,
I think Reuters is always a good because they
get into that.
They just, I think, basically source of all what's going on all around the world from different wires.
Yeah, they be quoting shit for example, like the Miami Herald.
That's what I'm saying. They do all the wires across the world. So if you just want
so whatever the equivalent to the Miami Herald is in like
France, whatever, they just got it.
My nigga, like
that's what I'm saying. They're basically tapped in. They're like the AP for the world. I would say. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think there's channels in which
AP at times too.
Yeah, I fuck with the AP. I don't think the AP is bad. I just think once again there's leanings with all these things.
Depending on topic.
So and I think the further you get away from leanings, the more truth you get.
For sure.
Not that you're just getting full truth. Mm-hmm. Because truth once again is what you make of it. I truly believe that. So
let's not forget that like after like 19 I forgot it was like is it 1970 something, 1980 something. The news has been geared way more towards advertisement than
for sure
than news itself. So
no, that's not deny the fact that people trying to sell ads.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to make money.
But news like that hour of free news, you know what I'm saying, started off as something like very precious, and then now it's just like a sales point now.
I mean, that's a lot of things started very precious.
No, I'm sure, you know.
Color TV did.
I'm an old nigga, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Are you an old nigga? You was born in 92.
Yeah, for sure, but I'm like 57 for real. I still like to read
I'm like 57 for real.
I like to read the paper.
I like to read the paper. When's the last time you bought a paper?
Wednesday?
You're lying.
Thursday. No, for real. When I went to work. I had extra change on me, dead ass. I went to Starbucks, paid for that shit in case, got change, and then...
Over the last 5 years, how many papers have you bought?
2. You ain't, like, you answer, nigga. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. Like, you asked
and
the
one of
question,
those 2 was this week.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the other
That, don't give me the line. Don't ask me
Never
about
change,
that.
boo. Never change.
I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. Fuck. I take the free jump for sure in the morning.
I used to love the free jump.
The express joint, yes.
I used to love that
They
jump.
don't do it no more. That's what I'm saying.
They don't do it no more?
No, they don't. That's why I asked you the last 5
Hell
years.
no,
I asked for that's why I asked for the last 5 years because I know you ain't been riding a train like that. So I know they ain't been giving out the express.
I been riding a train like shit.
Well, I'm saying before the last like Corona shit. So like,
for sure.
so like you wasn't getting in like 16,
no more?
and and they stopped when I was finished riding the metro before I go to NY. Before I was at NY, they stopped giving that shit out. So I know you ain't getting the paper for free, nigga. So the last 5 years, how many papers you got?
2. Niggas be leaving them Jones on the train. I be reading the shit out of them Jones.
Didn't even buy it. Just took it from the nigga on the train.
I ain't taking it from nobody, Charles. That's that. They leave it on the train. That's why I worded when I say it carefully. Like, they left that Jones on the train. I'm like, oh, I bet. There's a section I want. All right, what's the section?
Remember, kids, consistency is key.
Yeah, for sure, John. Like, fuck out of here.
Harry did it too. Just 2.
2. What the fuck you talking about? I paid for 2 on Jones.
3 and 1 on Wednesday.
It was definitely Thursday. I saw it.
Nah, he said Thursday, bro. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was Wednesday? No, it was Thursday because that's when I went to work. Dead ass. I remember that.
I used to get the paper.
I went to Starbucks, paid for my Joan and Case, came back.
What's your order at Starbucks?
My order at Starbucks? I usually get the green juice and then a caramel macchiato.
Is it kind of weird that like you? Okay, never mind.
What?
You know you should get a caramel macchiato.
Yeah.
I was like, going to Starbucks and not getting some sort of like coffee adjacent drink seems kind of weird.
I get the green juice and then I get the caramel macchiato. The caramel macchiato for my walk to work, and then when I get to work, I drink the green juice.
That's a nice
and
little.
Then I drink
That's
water.
a nice little Starbucks.
And then I drink water for the rest of the day.
That's a nice little Starbucks thing you got going.
But I don't drink Starbucks every day.
I didn't peg you for a Starbucks type of guy, for real, for real.
No, it's on rare occasions. I don't do it too often.
I don't know, buddy. That seems like a very detailed.
No, it's like when I go, cause like Starbucks right there when I get off the train to go to work. So it's just like I got my shit ready. So when I go, like, all right, bet I'm in and out. I'm in there with the white people in Virginia, like, bro, like, I need to get in and out, Charles.
I don't do that. And then I was like, bro, this is like a very detailed routine.
No, for sure.
It's like when that happens.
We didn't get into the depths of the Starbucks order.
I'm not gonna lie. I went to Gregory's. For like.
They got the Gregory's right across the street.
Yeah, I was at Gregory's for like 3 weeks, and that was a routine. And I was like, I'm not doing it no more. I just stopped. But like for a while, I could have told you I was getting at Gregory's. I was getting a hot chai with a pound cake.
That's all right.
I knew you was getting something.
You know what I'm saying? Wow.
Pound cake, a little croissant, or some dumb shit.
Wow. When I go to Starbucks, talking about Starbucks, I love a caramel frap with 11 pound cake. That's what. Like anytime Shawty go to Starbucks and I'm in the car with her, that's what I do.
That's all right.
And I'm in the car with her.
Nah,
when we used to travel, when we used to come back and forth from New York, and we used to go to the Delaware, we used to stop in Delaware and go to Starbucks.
Right
What wife you get? Because people get
she gets like this green macchiato shit. It's weird.
T. Jones.
It's not even a tea. It's like it's like that joint is. It looks weird. It looks like it's like creamy. I'm like, isn't this coffee?
No,
Starbucks makes no sense to me. Like as a concept,
matcha is the shit.
Starbucks makes no sense to me.
I don't even go to Starbucks because it's just too confusing.
It's just too confusing. Like coffee should be like one of like 4 things.
Go to Starbucks with your girl a couple of times, you'll figure it out.
I'm not gonna lie. So that's what that's your bag, huh?
Yeah, I had something for it.
That's your bag, huh? That's your bag, huh? Okay. All right.
I had something for it.
That's all right. That's not bad.
Me and the old joint.
You were the old joint.
She said she loves Starbucks.
I got a question.
Tell us more.
Are you?
She loves Starbucks.
You talking about this. Are you allowed to remix things that you
Oh,
do
absolutely. I don't even know how you finish. Absolutely.
Oh wow. So there's no questions asked.
I haven't been to
like
Starbucks.
there's nothing that like
just don't say it. Yeah, I used to with
no, of course you don't say it, but that's what I'm saying. Like in the back of your mind you don't think like, damn, they used to be our bag. Me and my old shawty, like
I know the menu.
So all right, so question, do you fake like you don't know or you just keep it 100?
I'm sliding the sushi red regardless.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. I want to know y'all vibes because these are not my issues these days. So
I'm
I'm just
fuck who I went with. That food was bomb, drink bomb. Hey, I'm slab.
Let me just say I've done both.
Period.
okay.
Charles.
So like,
To answer you.
so you've lied about.
Let me say I've done both.
Hold on. When you say you've done
Never
both,
lied
do you
about
mean no? I'm not saying lied about
So at
knowing
one
what's on the
point-
menu or not taking someone someplace because
No. I was saying my both is going there and acting like I
that's my
didn't
point.
know.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Versus also going there
I've
and be
been
like,
here.
yo, I've been here.
I'm ordering for both of us at this point.
Ooh,
I ain't doing that. That's never been.
that's never my bag personally.
That's
No,
a
no,
crazy
no.
bad.
Just know I did it one time and it worked, and then ever since,
That's
like,
crazy.
Low key, that's the problem with anything in life. If it works one time, you're prone to do it again.
John enough, like before we actually go out. Oh yeah, for
I've
sure.
never done that.
You're a bold man. I
that's
respect. I
great.
respect
I don't
that.
order you a drink for you. It was just like, yeah, it's just like what you want.
Yeah, ordering your drink is kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't even order until they get there.
Yeah, that's never been my bag at all. That's a crazy bag.
So when a shawty knows you've been there before, how do you? Does she have
So
you?
here's the thing: when you tell them that
Worked
you've
in
been
my
there
favor.
before, right?
Let me hear
just,
this.
Just tell them straight up, yo, kind of been here before, and it's that. You know what I mean? Do you have to get into the details?
Do you get any?
Who
I'm
you've
curious.
been
Do you
here
get any
before?
pushback, or is it just like?
No, it might
Cause no
be
funny
a-
shit. All right, no funny shit. Me and Miles used to go to hella places to eat.
That's what I'm saying.
So like, and then low key he'd be like, "Yo, I'm going on a date with Shawty." I'd be like, "All right," or he'd be like, "Yo, I'm going out with my coworkers here." I'd be like, "Oh, all right." So I just curious, like, cause I would just be like, "Yo, I'm like," I would tell people like, "Yo, me and Miles, like, if I went to like a dope ass restaurant that Miles told me about, I'd be like, "Yo, Miles told me about this restaurant, so that's why, like, that's why I'm here." So I'm just curious, like.
That's what I do.
If that's in your bag because you didn't or did go with him, like, but I'm just like,
I think you just be like, I've been here before.
Okay.
You have to be like, I've been here with X, Y, and Z.
No. I think
Be like,
that's
yeah, I've been here before.
okay.
Or
I've definitely been like, I've been here before, and they be like, oh, so who you been with? Okay.
That's what I'm
definitely get that
curious.
off.
Since we're here,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So this is
like-
different approach.
That's when the
Like-
deflection comes from me.
I'm not going to
Who you
deflect
been
it.
here with?
I'm going to keep it a bean with you, shorty.
Nah, I just come here by myself and shit. That's what I get
You used to
up.
go to Soul by yourself, so that would have been
My
all right.
situation is totally different, though. Like, a lot of people know that I came out of relationships, so it's just like,
Talk to us.
you gotta relax. Like, the 100th episode's coming, beloved. No, I'm talking about, like, my solo jump, like, coming up. You know what
Talk
I'm saying?
to us then.
A lot of nasty work going on.
Yeah, okay, so like that, but yeah, so it's just like, but people are like, I've been before them, like, oh, so who you been here with? And then, you know what I'm saying?
So why?
I answer the question honestly.
Why?
Why not?
But why?
I have no reason to lie to you, bro. I have nobody to answer to, bro. We already on a date. We gonna finish this meal. We're gonna get these drinks. You already having fun. So it's just like, like nothing's gonna throw you off
Good
from this
combo.
date. Yeah, like nothing's gonna throw you off from this date. Like, I ain't saying, I have way too much confidence in myself to the fact that it was just like, oh yeah, bitch, like what? You gonna leave now? Because I said I've been here with another jump? Like, fuck out of here.
Nigga said I have way too much confidence.
We
in
have
myself.
way too much fun leading up to this questioning for you to be like, oh yeah, I'm
too
going
much
now.
fun and good convo.
Yeah, like
How much more do you need?
Yeah, like you can leave now if you want, but okay, like
You can leave. Hold on.
the bill's gonna get paid. Like,
So I'm confused. If you realize, this is just a introspective question.
Yes, sir.
If you realize that you're good fun or you're good convo, and the shawty still is just like, I'm not about to fuck with the vibes. Like, what is that?
Deuces.
Can they run it back?
If they want to, spend a blow.
You're a good man. My pride wouldn't let me do that.
I don't got no pride of ego, Chan.
That's a good person. Because my pride wouldn't let me do that.
No,
If you know,
it's like
no,
that's what I
if
said.
you know that I am the goods,
It's not about them.
introspection.
It's not about them.
Okay.
I'm Team Chris here. I think you.
Tell me more.
I think you've been out of the game for a little bit.
It's
Well,
not about them, bro.
But my thing is that, like, if you say that, if I know and you know that,
yeah, but
I'm
at
the
the end of the
goods.
day, like I know,
Yeah.
but you may know, but you may question it too.
That's fine.
So you may go out.
So I'm
and
allow you to spin the block.
It's not, bro. You can do what you want to do.
I'm not saying no.
Baby girl.
I'm pro that.
Baby girl, please. Baby girl, please go out there and
But
please seek.
Listen,
And think you can find something greater than this.
I get that. No, but you know I'm pro. Do you?
Please think that you can go out in this earth
You
and
know
find
I'm
something
pro.
greater
You
than
know
this.
I'm pro. Do you? But I'm pro. Do you within the parameters of whatever situation is. So I'm pro. Do you with?
Son, we're friends. Until we fuck, we friends.
Wow, interesting. That's a very interesting. Straight like that.
Until we fuck, we friends. Dead ass.
So all right, this is something that I've been talking with him about. We were talking about this at the bar last night. Van Jones. I don't know if you've seen, but Van Jones.
I don't know where does this nigga work these days?
Who knows? But we'll talk about it later.
Buddy,
his man.
He got many millions of dollars.
Yeah, from somebody.
He's
Like,
fucking
someone gave
like
money.
Bezos or whatever.
Yeah, Bezos gave him like
guys, man,
endless
together,
millions.
bro.
So,
Off the-
Based
off
on a
TV.
white man.
So
My God,
Come on, man,
BJ,
relax.
24.
So
Run.
nonetheless, BJ, it came out a couple weeks ago or a week ago. I don't know how long ago.
A couple days ago.
Whatever it came out.
Very
That
nasty.
VJ has a friend, and
Platonic friend.
a platonic friend, and he wants to have another kid. He's recently divorced. I think it's like 2019 or so, and
This is nasty.
he wants to have and him and his platonic friend. He said he want to have a kid. She want to have a kid. Boom. So they're having a kid together. And
Like the old fashioned way was like Inception.
well,
or-
This is
we
the
don't.
questions
Well,
that
that's
I
the
ask.
question. That's the.
we don't have
So this is the issue right here. My man's.
No. I don't have an issue. I do have an issue. But don't put it on me right now, guys. Get your shit off. Don't put it on me.
I personally,
Please don't put it on me,
I
guys.
personally could
Thank
not
you.
understand.
Thank
Do
you.
not touch me,
I
bro.
personally,
I
like
personally
that.
could not
Don't do that.
understand
Stay
how one could be upset with Van Jones for trying to make that his livelihood when there are people in my opinion, somewhat similar situations where they are not with the person they're having a baby with, yet they want to have a baby. Maybe
The other person wants to have 2-1.
well, that's my point. See, and that's where it got a little murky because I can get how.
Because people don't understand the repercussions of sex.
Well, see, and I didn't even add that point, but that's always in the back of my mind. Once you have sex with any person,
Like you have to understand that like
a child is a possibility. But my thing is
Like
for
you,
this very.
you are not the one that stamps this. Like Allah is the one that's just like
This nigga said, let me pull up a little bit.
like
Oh,
you know,
I'm about to go crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad I got a little bit.
My wet need to come now. That's all you, buddy.
So for me personally, it was just for me personally. It didn't even go that far. It didn't even go that far about.
Yeah, for sure.
It didn't even go that far about having sex. It was more so the idea that two consenting adults want to have a baby together, but they don't want to be together.
Don't want to cut you off, right?
No, come
I
on.
think when we had this conversation, you left out the fact that two people want to have the baby, right?
that's why I asked what I asked.
And I think that was the point that was missing. And again, that day I said I was having a bad day that day. I didn't have time to combat you that day.
But then we talked
And I
about it
would've
last night
combated
at the
that.
bar,
Yes.
and then we got past
Yes.
the second
We
thing.
got past the tussle.
No, we got past. We got past the second thing, right?
You niggas are sick.
But then when we were talking about the first thing,
Yes.
That explains.
You
why one
said-
nigga was
what
sitting
did
at
you
the
say?
bar,
You
the other
said,
nigga was
"Let
sitting
me
in the
think
corner."
about it.
Y'all are crazy.
and you didn't rebuttal me.
Yeah.
We came to the
That's
point
thing.
that yes, the second thing made it a clear difference.
My thing about the whole situation,
Okay.
it's just the platonic shit. That's the word that's throwing me off with the whole situation.
James.
So my explanation.
you have
hold on.
the
No.
audacity.
Listen.
Having
Relax.
a
Calm
kid?
down.
No,
calm down.
I'm not
Talking about
mad.
being platonic with the child of the mother of your child. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying, buddy is like, yo, I know for a fact us three.
I wasn't there last night, so
I know for a fact us three all have a platonic friend that's a woman.
Yes.
Right?
multiple.
So it's nasty to be like, to me, it's nasty to be like, yo, my friend that
I get
I'm
what you're
super
saying.
He wasn't here.
Okay.
Filling them in. Okay. So our friend that's super platonic, our friend, let's have this baby together. I think that's nasty.
It is.
It's very fucking nasty. Now, the nasty like levels can be like downgraded.
Because if you're super platonic, I see you as a sister.
That's what I'm saying. So it could be downgraded. Like, how did this baby get conceived? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know how it got conceived. But at the same time, I can see like how obviously if you're a platonic friend with your friend, y'all probably have the same morals, whatever. And we gotta raise a kid, we could probably do that shit together. So I get that.
That's situational though.
But the platonic shit, how did this baby get here?
But
did they fuck? If they fuck, it's nasty.
That's situational.
It's nasty.
It's situational.
The platonic shit is just nasty to me. Personally. That's
Who you going to his wedding with?
Who, me? My platonic friend.
Oh.
But am I inseminating? Dude, if she wanted a kid, I'm going to give the kid? That's nasty.
Like, why?
That's nasty.
Why do you go here? You can always keep it hypothetical. My greater point is that...
Thank you. That's the only reason I say what I say, because he's speaking all this platonic shit, and I'm like, come on, bro.
My greater point is that... platonic, and while I agree with you, by definition, you're right. There's no denying. But this is not how 2020, the same way you were talking.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way he didn't. But continue.
The same way you're talking about, like, how can you go to certain spots? How can you go to certain spots in 2022? It's like,
Marco,
calm down. 2022, when people are saying platonic friend, I don't think they mean it in that super way you mean it. I think he literally means
it that way. Like,
no, I think
I didn't know it had multiple definitions. Depending on who you're asking.
There's people who are quote unquote doing something called friends with benefits, and like, yo, that's my platonic friend.
Yes.
They're like, that's just my friend. They're like, yo, we just fuck. Like, they're like, yo, there's not like this.
We fuck, we go out.
Like, they're like,
yo, we go out way more than we fucked up.
No, they're like, we don't even do it. They're like, yo, we just be fucking. Like, that's it. That's not friend. We're fuck buddies. That's it. Like, you know, like, I see her around. I'll be like, yo, what's good? Like, that's about it. Like, she talks to whoever she talks to, and you know, sometimes she hits me up and we have sex. That's about it. Like, that's all it is. Like, she's
people getting that off is platonic.
Yes.
In 2022.
I literally watched an episode of Love After Lockup where a dude was fucking a shawty on cam and then hooking up with other shawties, and he was explaining that, hey, we're just friends. Like, I don't feel the need to tell the shawties that I'm trying to get with that I had this situation totally because we're just fucking and we're doing it for money. So, you know, like, it's just my job type shit. That's what nigga, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, people bang these type of thought process just because you don't think it's the way to live. Don't mean a motherfucker
nigga don't think that's the way
exactly.
to live.
Hey, man. Live your life, guys.
But see, that's my issue, though. If you're going to tell niggas to live their lives, then you have to kind of not just be accepting, but kind of be understanding. Like, that's low-key why I respect the hater movement. Because if you're a hater, you're saying you do not fuck with it. And if you don't fuck with it, you're anti it. That means you're not trying to accept it. You're not trying. You're like, yo, fuck that. That's not for me. Now, personally, my definition of hate is a little bit, it's a little bit lesser. But I get why a person could be like, hating is bad because, in theory, it's bad vibes. Me personally, I'm just like, I don't really want to deal with it. When I say I'm hating, that's more so what I'm saying. But I can understand why one is like, buddy, that's not what the definition says. And they'd be right. I'd be wrong. But sometimes life, you just got to do what you want to do. And I get to do that because I'm the vibes. I'm the minister of vibes. I don't know if you guys know that. But that's my title. If you see me in the streets, please refer to me as such.
When did we ever do that?
I just decided like a week ago.
Remember we had this conversation a few months as we were talking about us doing 196 episodes in the basement and 180. I feel like we had this conversation at one point.
About what?
And I told you that I was the curator of vibes, and you tried to combat me in a sense. So.
Yeah.
And now
you could be the curator. You could be the curator of vibes.
If
I'm the minister.
That nigga Charles's house to be before we came here.
I'm the minister of vibes. I'm not saying you're not the curator. You can curate vibes. I'm the minister.
Definitely.
It's a different function.
Because we was at Chuck Jones, somebody definitely stamp every time I come here.
I wanted to be there.
It was fun.
Yeah.
My thing about
So many legs.
well, we're talking about marriage though. One thing I will say is though,
Yeah. It was crazy.
there's a good part of like not changing that will continue.
You're talking about marriage, right?
Yeah, because we enjoy each other. We have a good time. We have fun. We do all these things.
You and wife.
Yeah. So I don't think that type of shit. Like when I was chilling today and like niggas pulled up at the end, everybody was happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody was upset. And like to be quite fair,
They were there.
like,
It's like, where you been?
and to be fair, like you saw how we were talking about it. Like the only reason why I felt kind of comfortable because I think you had said some shit to her like last night or something about.
Yeah.
So once you
I
did
got
that,
looked at wrong a little bit though. I was just like, okay.
oh, see, I didn't see that look, but I
I was
heard.
just like, nah, it's for the.
So
I'm just like, all right.
So
But
I
she
waited.
invited us out
But
tonight.
I waited to the end though. So I waited to the end and I told
The
niggas.
end was fine.
Yeah.
So I told niggas to come at the
I think
end
that's why I work.
and
Son, when Chuck said 4:30, I was like,
I was
that sound about
I
right.
told her over at 6, and she said 6 is fine.
so my whole point was
But
that.
me and Shirley didn't pull up till 5.
That explains why.
And then it was just like.
So that's my whole
when
point.
we
So my
pulled
thing
up
is
at
that
5,
once
it was
niggas
like
pulled
way
up,
out
it
there.
was like everyone was enjoying themselves. Like
Yes.
everybody was happy
Food
for the
was great.
function. And to me, I don't think that'll change. And I think that's the beauty of, at least to me, why marriage doesn't scare me. Like everyone keeps like, yo, are you worried? I'm like, no, because I think there's certain facets of my life that will be the same because this is my person, not just in a like, I love you so much, but like in a companion way, like we good here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like she needs to be always out and I need to always be out or I need to always be in and she like we got a good vibe. Like there do be times where like I be looking like damn I do be out a little bit much. And then I be looking at her like yo you do be out a little bit much. And I be thinking to myself, well damn,
I was out a little bit much.
that's my point. So my point is like I be looking at her thinking to myself, is that a function of man, we're more yoked than I think?
Yes.
Or we just be out, we just both be doing too much. Either way, it kind of makes me be like, all right, that works though. Because why would I want to be with somebody who just be in the house all the fucking time if I be like we just talked about the summer escapades.
Man.
That would be kind of weird to only be with a shawty who just be a library shawty. Like I couldn't see that as my energy.
And there was a point in time last year where he was like, shorty out, Chuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think like that works for me. Like, I don't know if that works for her all the time, but I definitely think it works for me. Like, yo, you vibe, I vibe, and like, how many times during the summer, like, I'm gonna see her at the end of the night, like, randomly meeting at certain places and be.
So, we never knew where we were going to end our nights sometimes in the summer, but we would end our nights with Caitlin and her homegirls and Charles and his homeboys, and just be like, we're here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so for me, like that vibe works for me. Like, and that's always been my thing. I've always liked somebody who could kind of do their thing and then, hey, where you? Like at the end of the night, who am I looking for? I'm looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, that works.
Damn,
That
I missed
works for me.
shit, bro.
Yeah, you got your vows ready?
I really missed that.
I've been vibing. So I think I'm at a better place. I think I'm at like 45% at this point.
That shouldn't be too much. Yo, do you think this shit is like? I looked up today. I'm like, yo, it's kind of March. Like this shit is next month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is throwing me off personally because I just have
So I was
schedules.
I was in her basement smoking with them, and she was like, "What's up with your vows, buddy? What's up with your vows, buddy?"
I'm just like, man.
I was like, "Yeah."
I feel like this shit came quick to me.
For me,
but it has to be a little quicker for you. I'm just like, yo, I got these
man.
schedules to juggle.
It's been long, bro. Because for me, it's like I think about it like this.
This shit's crazy.
At least to me, man.
That shit is next.
So much has happened, bro. I've bought in the house. I moved back home. We're about to get ready to do like so much things have happened just here.
To 2 different states,
bro.
Since he's been home,
He did move in.
I did,
That's what I'm
like
saying.
I've done so much, bro. Like I've done so
we went to
much,
Arizona.
and low key, that's another thing. At least for me, that makes me be like, I want to do this because
Like, come
with
on, bro.
all of the things that I've been doing in my life, who been next to me? Shorty.
Yes.
So I don't feel as though like
That's a clip right
This
here.
nigga about to make me
I don't
crash,
feel as
man.
though
I gotta go to
like
the bathroom.
I'm in a place where I'm missing out on because my person understands how I vibe. And low key, I might just be doing a lot of shit with her on my side with me now because like that's how like when you married, that's the kind of shit you do. So like might just be a lot of her around with the vibes.
We love Caitlyn though.
So it's just like I don't really like I don't know. It's just like people keep asking me like, "Yo, are you worried or like it's coming ahead?" I'm like, nah. Like I don't really think of it like that. It's just like, yo, this is part of my journey in my life.
I've been literally once March came, I was like, damn, this shit is next month, dog. What the fuck? I've been anxious about a lot of shit though. All this shit.
But I think
been
you
anxious
have.
about today. Been anxious about these.
But my thing about you is that you're a perfectionist in a different type of way. Like I don't think, and I think sometimes people hear words and they take it negatively. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you look at things from a different type of facet. You're very concerned about how everything is, and you have decided in your mind all the different ways that it could go right and wrong.
I usually think about all the ways it'll go wrong.
Exactly. I didn't want to say. I try to give you the benefit. Right. I think you try to give you the benefit of the doubt. For me personally, it's a kind of complete opposite. I have thought about the bad all the way through, and now I'm thinking about the good.
You do that.
The bad has been thought about so far ahead that when we get closer and closer, I can only think about good because I've decided how bad it will be. There's how much more bad than the most horrible thoughts I've already thought. Like when we first conceive an idea, that's when all the bad thoughts for me run. The closer and closer, I get looser, and it's a weird thing for me. Like my mind just is like, oh,
that's crazy that you said that. That is you.
That's bro.
To a fucking T.
You know it, bro. You know, bro.
That's
for
crazy.
all the shit you've done with me, you know. When we first start something, I am super.
Nigga, 3 episodes.
I'm super fucked. As we broaden out, I loosen up because for me, what it will be, what it is. I can only do but so much.
Charles at an event, doesn't give a fuck in the early stages of it. We start getting some bread. We super fine.
Bro, everything I do is
crazy.
It's like, yo, it will be what it be. Like, but the day, like, before, I'm like, yo, how we gonna get there? Once I feel as though we've mapped out, I'm like, I leave it in whoever's hands.
And I feel like, for me, I be telling you, bro, like, don't worry about that shit, guy.
But you see, you be and what do I tell you? Don't worry about the other shit. I be like, yo, when it's time, we gonna do. I'm like, when it's time, we're gonna do it. You be worried about. I be like, don't worry about. We'll handle that part.
You know
the same way you like Charles. Don't worry, we'll get that done.
All that shit.
I'm worried. I'm always worried about, and you be worried about the show. We were talking about it last night. We was at the bar talking. I'm like, yo.
There's your time, then there's a lost time.
I was like, I got the show mapped out. This nigga like, huh? I'm like, yo. I was like, yo, I'm ready mapped. He like, really? I'm like, yes, because I
just want to get
for the 200.
Yeah, I got shit mapped out. He like, I'm like, bro. He like, oh, really? I'm like, yes, bro. These are my beats.
I don't want to know.
And that's my bro. I try to tell him we all function in different ways, and
I don't want to know.
And it would be stupid of me to try to get you to function in the way I function or the way he functions because it doesn't work like that. It would be stupid for me to try to talk to you the way I talk to him because you don't take it in like that. No. I know how to talk to you because we talk to each other for more than a fucking decade. Yeah. I get it. I know when to push. I know when to lay back. I know when to be like, my nigga. I know when to be like, all right, we haven't.
Yeah, I don't want to know. Like the two.
I know the things that you need to know, and not that like I know what's best for you.
I called your ass yesterday. Nigga.
It's not that I know what's best for you, but I know
wasn't
you.
there yesterday is because I was asleep.
I know what's. It's not that I know what's best for you. I know you, my nigga. I know you. Like it's not. I know my friend. I know what my friend feels.
Tickets is out now.
I know what my friend thinks.
And I'm getting ready for Ramadan. I'm personally getting ready for Ramadan.
And when niggas
anyway.
wrong, niggas will tell me I'm wrong.
Like,
when I tell you, you like, Charles, that's not what it is. And it's like, all right.
Yeah.
And that's okay, though.
I've been doing better lately.
But I'm just saying. Nah, this 196 episode has made me feel good.
Yeah, that's why I've been out the way, though. It's like, I'm getting ready for Ramadan, so.
What's up?
That's a Shirley joke.
I'm waiting for Shirley to come back.
Pop it.
No, you pop it, nigga.
Pop it on camera, and then we gonna finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the.
And we gonna finish 196, man. I'm about to say one thing real quick before we finish. As he pops it, come get on camera, nigga. Come go on camera for this man pop this joint. As he pops it,
yeah, take my seat.
Take a seat. Take a seat, Shirley. I'm gonna say something while he get ready.
Take my seat.
While he get ready to pop
There you
it.
go. There you go. Be too long, nigga.
I really love this place, and like sometimes I'm mad that my emotions don't get the best of me, because I feel as though like that would make for a better person. That's just my own inner whatever. But this thing we've done in this place and all this, it's special. Like it may not be special to y'all, it might not matter to y'all, but it's really special. And I think that it's one of those things that I texted Mook and Omatic, I want to say like maybe a month ago. I was like, when I'm dead and gone, niggas will really be like, oh yeah, that nigga knew what he was saying.
Yeah.
And that's not to be like morbid or I'm not gonna kill myself. Please don't reach out.
Nah, because I texted back when you said that, or like at least in my head I did, because I feel the same way.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like all this shit is special.
Yeah.
And like,
and it's because of shit that y'all don't see.
You know, and
like,
it's hard to put it in words sometimes.
Like it's really, really hard. Like,
so I wish I could cry. Like I
bro,
wish
like, we had interventions in this basement.
I
bro.
really wish I could like cry, because maybe that would show the emotion to the degree that it is. But
it shit has been said on the podcast that y'all didn't get, or certain episodes that didn't view as well because y'all didn't understand. And it's just like, it's because of like the shit that happened behind the scenes. Like when we was talking about, like, it was just me and Chuck and we was talking about black men with therapy. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to therapy or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit that I was personally going through, like that y'all don't know about, was like me and him was talking about off camera that we talked about on camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit that me and Chuck may talk about, the shit that me and this nigga
and the shit.
Me and Shirley lately have been talking crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different fellowship and camaraderie that comes with this, bro. Like, and the fact that Charles has blessed us, like, brought us all together, bro.
No blessing.
Like, this is from God above. No. Like, I'm gonna give you your props, bro. Like,
you're gonna take it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, alhamdulillah. Like,
God above.
Alhamdulillah. Like, we all know, like, there's your plan and then there's God's plan.
That's what I'm saying.
And Charles saw through the signs and all that, and it was just like, bro, I'm gonna bring my mans with me and we about to do this. And if it wasn't for him, I can't stand that I would be the man I am today, low key. Like, but there's a lot of people that played a part in my life.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to my solo episode. Y'all gonna see that soon. But
I mean, listen, me personally.
But it's just like, bro, like the shit that comes with this like the shit that comes with Hazy Thoughts and High Codes, bro. Like there be. It wouldn't be no us without you, because you brought us together, bro.
I'm going to say it would be no us.
Who we giving flowers to?
Without y'all. And I don't mean that off no, like, I swear to God, like, there's been so many times in all of this where I did not want to do this. And if it wasn't for just one person, now that we're giving out flowers, shout out to fucking Jasmine Murray.
Jasmine Murray. Thank you, Charles.
Shout
I'm about to say, shout out to Jasmine Murray.
I don't know if she's ever actually been to the basement.
She hasn't. She's been to a cookout or two.
If there's one person that's gonna make it to this part of the episode, it's gonna be Jasmine Murray.
It's important to this.
Jasmine Murray.
Like, I'm not talking about just like, not just like retweeting or like, you know, leaving comments. I'm talking about putting her money behind, like her money behind this. Like
put some bread behind.
Like Juan, Atia, like actually listening. I'm talking about like being engaged to the point where she's like, "Yo, you said this on this episode," you know. So really, shout out because she don't get nothing from fucking listening and tuning in
at all.
And she really from the jump. You know who another person who is listening? Bashir.
Mashallah.
Multiple times been like, "Yo, I think y'all cool." Yo, shout out to everybody who like truly, because like I said, this is about not just us, but like all of y'all. And the more we all do this shit together, the more. Yo, shout out to Plastic Missiles, bro. Two, shout out to, like True be showing so much love, and you would think like he done fuck with the niggas for like yo
5 years now, 7 years
posted,
now, something crazy.
Always shout niggas.
I've seen 2 before though, man.
You know, always showing love, like, and I only think like I love when niggas come on here and be like, you know, I be shy, I don't like doing this shit. And then, hey, but I fuck with y'all.
Son, the greatest feeling.
Y'all make me feel comfortable.
When niggas be like, hey, yo, this was fun. Y'all keep this going. And I'm like, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so,
alright.
Shout out to all my local cousins who's creating, who making dope shit.
Because we do this for, I personally do this for y'all, bro.
Shout out to all the people who feel as though like, yo,
I'm not a creator, but I respect the artist.
Nigga, you're a creator.
Shout out to all the people who feel like, yo, we really right here and they just not listening to us because, listen, they gonna listen to y'all.
No, I got some shit, bro.
And shout out to y'all. Shout out to anybody who's gonna take their time out to fuck around and listen and say, hey, I fuck with y'all. Shout out to Houston randomly. Yeah. Y'all fuck with when we interview Primo.
Shout out to Texas.
And I fuck with y'all.
South loves that Primo shit.
Dallas, Houston, Alabama, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all all showed love with the Primo. And you know what? Shout out to everybody who's come on this episode because y'all have like each one of y'all who have come on this episode
I
has
wanted to do that when we started. Just shout out every single person.
Man, let's go through.
As I scroll through, there's too many.
It's
man.
like I just want to shout out Primo, shout out King Joe, Ricardo, Corinne, Leslie,
Aaron's of the world.
Who else?
Jana,
Mike Moley.
Fucking
shout out Addie.
Oh, I was gonna go back to the top. Let's go to AJ Francis.
AJ Francis.
That was
like shout out to all the people who.
Shout out to Kip.
Shout out Kip.
That was a great episode. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Shout out Juan. Shout out Montez.
Shout out Dre.
Shout out DeJuan.
Yeah, shout out Dre.
Shout out LB. Shout out Casino.
For sure.
Soiree.
Shout out to our coworker Amira. She ain't here.
Bring your ass to work.
Please bring
Amira. I got something special planned for the
Miss Trini, Montez, Juan,
Sweezo,
all of them, man.
Sweezo.
What are you
Sweezo, I still need the gospel album.
Right.
Shout out Jake. Shout out Andy Up.
Amir came on the pod.
Shout out Amir. Shout out J Flow.
For sure. We talking about the fit Amir, not the makeup Amir. We're talking about the
Jay Aldo was on here.
Shout out Jay Aldo. Shout out Omar. Shout out Lake Harbor Records.
Shout
out Sterling.
RJ was on here.
Sterling may have had one of their first interviews.
Bro,
like
on camera.
Interviews.
You weren't here.
I wasn't.
You weren't.
Shout out RJ.
RJ was here. Shout out to IT. Very underrated episode. Very under. Shout out to Goon Milk.
Shout out fucking Goon Milk. Hey, we gotta get you back one time. Come through, bro. I see you in the. I see you on the NFT. Shout out.
Yeah.
Azel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out Ed.
Always. Eb, yes.
Everybody, man.
Shout out Eb.
Son.
Shout out Siobhan.
Shout out Siobhan. Shout out
Gabe
Corinne.
Gabe
We
came
already
here.
shouted her.
Gabe
Gabe.
came
My
here
bad.
several times.
Oh, and Gabe? That's family,
Shout
baby.
out Omar Muhammad or
Oh, Mullah
Yeah.
Omar.
Mullah Omar.
He was in his
Hey,
episode.
Slim. Hey, just know I'm about to be on his new album. Like, I'm about to be on his album.
Shout out to
He's a
Kenya.
rapper.
Shout out Kenya.
Jazz. They was
Shout out Jazz. Shout out get you
Shout
that
out to the
lineman.
mayor of PG, Kyle Reeder. He was on this jump.
Kyle
Nah.
Reeder.
Yeah.
AK. Nice.
AK, bro.
The mayor. The mayor.
The
Hey,
mayor.
Kyle, we need you back here.
Those meat acres.
Shout out
Oh.
to Grizzly.
Oh, it ain't Grizzly,
Yeah, I just got
yeah.
there. Shout out to Neon Jim.
All the meat they been working
Neon
super
Jim,
heavy.
yes.
Bro. Shout out to
Rapper Lex.
Shout out to Master Tilly was on here.
We already shouted her out though.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we got
No.
the mayor out the way. I said not to make up
Oh,
a mayor.
no.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
You did.
yeah. Shout out to Sick Nick, my guy.
Oh yes.
What?
Shout to Sucker Free as well.
Get them designs out here, boy. We love to
Bruh.
see it. We love to see it.
My man,
Boys.
niggas crazy.
Yeah,
we
but
need to
some
get
good
both
people.
of them. Hey, Sucker
We said
Free. I
Jake,
ain't forget
right?
about
Yeah,
you.
you said Jake.
We definitely shout out
Shout
our
out
English
Brad.
bloke.
Shout out to
Our
New York
English
Circuit.
bloke.
Shout out Dev.
Yes, sir. No, we gotta bring Dev back on.
Shout out to
Who else
Talib
we getting in New
that's
York?
upstairs.
Shout out Dennis.
Yeah.
Shout out Dennis for sure.
Dennis.
Hey yo,
Oh,
Minister Dennis.
Dev.
My stepmom.
Yeah, her.
Hey yo, bro, yeah, for sure.
Man, a lot of people been on, man. Shout out to Christian Cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot
Wow.
of
Shout out
people
to
been on.
niggas got googling on, man, right there, chan.
We grateful, man. We wouldn't be here. You know what I wanted to say? I wanted to say this
Say
earlier
that
into
too.
the shit, man. Like, you know, when we first, I think when we really started getting into it, I think I was pushing for interviews.
You're
right?
the numbers nigga, so
More so than the numbers, I was just like, yo, let's get other people
I
on
wanted to jump.
that you know. Fuck our regular Jones. Let's get these other people going, and nigga, we did that shit, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. Like I said, man, people told me they ain't seen me in a while, so I don't talk on the interview Jones. And our last like 10 have just been just interviews, man. So shout out to the people, man. For
Hey,
fucking
son, I
with
don't
us,
think y'all
man.
know how hard it is to interview
Shout out
people
Alva.
sometimes.
My stepmother. I
bro.
love you.
I wouldn't know. Y'all do that shit, bro. I'd literally press record and I'll just watch y'all go crazy. I'm just like, damn.
Like, I'm not gonna say it's hard because personally it's not hard. But like to work an actual job and then actually have to do
Did we shout
homework.
out LB?
Yeah,
several
definitely.
times.
To like work an actual job and then find time between downtime and
Shout out Big Lee.
yeah. Oh, we did not shout out Big Lane, but just know I saw Big Lane today. Shout out Big Lane, bro. Yeah,
Right.
I seen her down A Street. Shout out Big Lane, Lena. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but nah, bro. Like when it like interviewing people, bro. Like having and then having an actual job and then finding like time to do homework on a person, like an actual whole human being, and then individually still finding time to just be a human yourself. It's just
Alright.
like, all right, cool.
I gotta shout out 2 more people, then I'm done. Crown. Gotta shout out Crown.
We already shouted him out though.
But we didn't give him
By
by
name.
name.
Yeah,
Man
for sure.
came up here to do that
From the Florida.
from the ATL,
And he was
but
talking
by way of
crazy.
Florida.
By way of Florida.
Yeah, some
So
bars.
shout out Crown. He was a and
Very slept on interview.
last but not least, a great fan of the show, MCML. MCML might be the one who may have started all the videos.
I was gonna stand
That was our
up.
first
I
video.
was gonna stand up and put the fucking
So shout out to you, MCML. You may have been the reason for this whole
he probably beefing because he got shot out last.
intro. Say the best for last, right?
I hope that nigga not
You know you
beat
love
me.
that.
Hey son, this
Hey,
nigga. I
whoever's-
know this nigga is
hold
not
on.
about to walk in right now.
Hold on.
I know this nigga not
Follow
about to
Dan
walk
in
in
the Hazie
right now.
Basement. Open the door.
Who the hell?
Close him out. Gotta close him out.
Y'all
This nigga got the fit on with the white forces. He going crazy.
Shout out to episode 196.
196.
Shout out to the Hazie Basement. Shout out to y'all.
We gonna miss it here, man. We gonna miss that shit here, man. But I'm actually glad to get the Negroes out of my basement.
I like how you do that.
I almost said the ER.
Yeah, I know you do.
I almost said ER.
I saw it in your
Get
eyes.
the fuck out of my basement, man. Let's have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We have 180 episodes here, man. It's been fun. That's all I can say.
180 plus for real.
So 180 plus more. Shout out to High Goes the Podcast.
Tickets are out today. I wanted to say, look out for what's coming next week. We got solo episodes coming. We're gonna do it in an order. You'll figure it out once it happens. But for all the people that said they haven't seen me lately, you see me today, you might see me next week. Yeah, man. I'm just throwing it out there, man.
Inshallah.
But tickets is out now. Go ahead, cop up. And yeah.
The Hazie Basement, we retire you.
Retired, man. We might burn all this shit on the wall.
This is not the Hazie Basement.
This is the Hazie Basement's done, man.
Hazie Basement is finished.
We got a new jump though.
There's a new basement coming though.
It's a new jump though.
You shouldn't have said it was a new basement,
been
but
saying
it is a
You
basement.
can bleep it out if you want. You been
I said it again. It is a new basement on the
New
rock.
basement.
We got a new jump though.
It's gonna
I said
look
it's a
good.
new jump. I ain't say it's a new basement. I said it's a new
New
jump.
aesthetic.
He took your
I
job.
said it's a new
He
jump.
did it quick trigger Charles. Quick trigger
Yeah, I'm about to
Charles.
say. I
He
said
bad.
it's a new jump.
No, he did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
And the solo drop jump.
But there's new, yes, you did. There's
And
new,
that drop jump.
there's new
you did.
aesthetics.
I watched it
There's new
earlier today.
aesthetics.
Oh, I
new
did
vibes,
say that.
New vibes.
Yeah.
And when
Shit,
you
nigga,
guys,
January.
and
Fuck
when
it,
you
we
guys
in the
get
basement.
it,
Like,
you guys are gonna enjoy it. I think you guys are gonna be a little. Listen, you guys might want to come to the new one even a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying. If y'all pull up to the new jump,
I was
just
mad
know.
about where this was located, a little far. You know what I mean?
So we're gonna
got
be
a little central
we're
location for everybody.
You know, we're coming a little closer.
You know what I mean?
And we might be able to.
We're coming a little closer.
You know what I'm saying? You might be
Whatever
able
you
to.
want to do, we can do whatever you want to do there.
And we're gonna have a little bit more. We're
Whatever
gonna have,
you want
we're
to do.
gonna have a little bit more fun. Not a lot more fun,
No,
but
we're
just
gonna have a lot more fun.
We're going to have some fun.
Let's come in the back.
We're going to have some fun.
Don't knock on the front.
We're going to have some fun for sure.
Like I said.
shout out to 196.
Oh, what you trying to pull up, brother?
I just wanted to show them. Shout out
Yeah,
to
that's done.
shout out to 196.
Fleeko is done.
This is the vibes.
Clico's done.
We had a great run in the
Fleeko is
Hazie
done.
Basement.
Clico is done.
The Hazie Basement was one for the books, for
Hey,
the
man.
records,
I'm just happy to be here, man. Happy we did all this.
and we're happy for y'all.
We are 193 episodes more than Charles thought that we was going to do.
Absolutely. This nigga told us 3.
I thought there'd be 3.
I hate that.
How many New
word.
York trips back and forth?
4.
Countless.
That's a good question. Not 4, just in general.
Oh, you
This
talking
nigga
about
to do the pod.
just to record?
Yes.
Bro, this nigga, I was pressing this nigga out. I pressed him out.
That's not my department.
Off
Like the
press this
consistency was
nigga out.
admirable. to
Like
see.
that's that's me. Like that's
But he
not my
did it,
department.
Truly. If
He
it wasn't
did it,
for
though.
Matic,
Like
He did
Matic
it.
would text me and be like,
Matic
"Hey,
would be like, yo."
your man coming home this weekend." I'm like, "That's not my department."
Matic will be like, I need you. I'd be like, all right.
Well,
And,
yeah. That's when
like,
you stacking
yeah.
episodes at that time. You know,
Yeah.
like 2, 3, 4 jumps. Niggas
I'm like,
busted
nah,
all
I'm
weekend.
good, bro. Like, I'm not texting Charles asking me to come home, bro. Like, that's not my
We have
style.
this
Like,
space.
There's been some
he
runs,
lived-
buddy.
He lived with a woman, bro. Like, I'm not.
I wasn't even
involving
living with
myself
her
in
back
that.
then.
With a woman, it's crazy.
Wasn't even living with her back then. It's really crazy.
Hey, son, I
What a life
respect-
I've lived.
Hey, listen,
I
man.
respect boundaries, man.
We love you guys.
I respect boundaries.
You're gonna see solo episodes. Episode 200. It's not gonna be
Hey, yo, the
recorded.
solo episodes.
Come
We
gonna
see
started
it
drinking
live.
Douce and we finished with champagne.
Yeah.
Hey, Slim,
Come see the
You gotta love
200th
this
live.
show.
We're not dropping that on
the solo
anything.
episode about to be
Oh,
crazy.
the 200 is live.
Yeah, it's live.
The only
It's
and
not gonna
no
be on camera.
There'll be there'll be video,
It will
but not
be, but
video.
the whole thing won't be
The
on
whole thing
camera.
will not be on video.
So-
maybe audio. I think we should give them an audio pass.
I can do that.
Oh, y'all showing off.
So we'll give you an audio
We
pass
did
of
this.
200.
We did that
for the
last time.
100.
For the 100 jump, yeah.
You'll get an audio pass, but if you want to see all of it in all its
I
glorious
think we should
goodness,
drop the audio jump on
you need to be
Spotify.
there. So be there.
I like that, Chris. I actually like that.
Yeah. Drop
They're
the
saying
full-
that they'll
drop
give you the full
audio on
200 only on Spotify. You know why?
Because you gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
You bitch ass niggas.
Absolutely.
You knew
But
I was
201,
gonna get that hoe.
hey.
You knew I was gonna get that hoe.
We back in 5
You
episodes.
bitch ass niggas.
5 episodes we
Yes,
got,
Sirski.
and we in the new basement.
Goddamn
201 will
man.
be there. No guests, just us. Just
us.
enjoying the new vibes.
And we might be interviewed by somebody else.
Oh, that is supposed to be 201.
Yes, that is supposed to be
I'm bugging out.
201.
So maybe 202.
That's not my department, but I be knowing what's going on in my company.
Hey, yo, I'm wildin'. He right. Hey, yo. Sign off.
Yeah. And wow.
Yeah.
Hazie Basement.
Look at me.
We miss you. We
Thank
love
God,
you forever.
Chris.
Hazie Basement forever.
I'm burning everything on the wall tonight, man.
Hazie Basement forever.
It's a bonfire.
Y'all better get used to
They
this.
say who do
Because
voodoo?
when we go up, we going up.
Who do voodoo?
I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff of the law.
Oh, God.
No, I see. I see.
Oh, God.
I see.
Oh, God is my key.
Oh, God. What the fuck?
No, I see
Stop through
refuge.
real quick.